5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The opinions expressed in this show are individual and not necessarily representative of Spirit Live or Toronto Metropolitan University. Thank you for listening. We'll give Austin a second to get on screen. We lost Clint today. He forgot. Well, no, he didn't forget. He remembered, but he set his alarm for 4 p.m. when the show starts. So hopefully he set his alarm to tune in because we are currently lacking in Clint.
Okay, so welcome to the Race Hangover.
Clint just texted and said your mic's not on.
Yeah, I just turned it on.
Okay, then turn off too.
Yeah, you put me on too.
Oh, God.
Hello and welcome to the Race Hangover. A bit of technical difficulties. We lost Clint because he forgot to set his alarm. We are going to give him severe repercussions for that. But anyways, this is our last hangover of the season, I guess.
Sure is.
And it was a fun Abu Dhabi due to the title implications, I believe.
Yeah.
If there wasn't any title implications, really boring. But
yeah,
other than
we've
that,
been saying that.
Yeah, this is quite sad. This has been a while, but we'll do our thing next week that we'll tell you guys later.
Yeah, I'll bring everyone
But
through that at the end.
how this works, if you're new here, we do a race recap, and so I'll take you through a bit of qualifying and then the actual race. We'll give our top moments, and I'll then proceed to do. Well, I won't. We will. We will. Awards where we give out stuff for the race, and then we'll yap a bit about little things we saw here and there, and things maybe coming up, and then we'll have a full look into the winter break for us, not just F1, and let you guys know what our plans are for that. So, with that being said, do you have anything to say to the masses?
I've got lots to say to the masses, just not right now. We'll save that after the recap. I'm sure everything I want to say will happen eventually.
Okay, good. You might have to do.
Actually, what I do have to say is that, guys, I'm tweeting out the link to us being live. I'm not just staring at my phone. With the split screen, I'm just
You're just looking down.
I am here. I am present. Anyway.
Yeah. You're getting the Austin treatment.
Well, yeah, for once I'm not going to be staring at myself in the monitor the whole time. Usually when I'm sitting there, all I do is look at myself.
Yeah, honestly, I've done the exact same thing the entire time. I'm just staring at myself thinking, wow. Whoa, this is the life you guys live?
This is the life I live every week.
Man. Okay, so I'll head us into the race recap. We don't have the little slideshow for today because that would involve me shooting back and forth, and that's just a waste of time.
Oh my god, wait. They reposted this clip of Clint picking a team for our last episode, and he's not even here. Sorry if you tuned in from that clip and wanted to see more about Clint and his Kick Sauber fandom. He is absent.
We'll tell you some little messages of what he said throughout at the end of the Grand Prix. He did not wake up for it. So I'm just going to say, we're going to go on to the race recap now.
Yep.
And I'm going to give about 2 seconds for the slide to come in the post-editing, hopefully.
Oh, I'm editing?
Yeah, you're editing this.
We'll see, man.
We'll see. If it doesn't, I look really stupid. Anyways, so qualifying. It was the final qualifying of the season. Max Verstappen grabbed pole position. Lando qualified second, and Piastri qualified third. So those are the ones that truly matter. I'm not going to give you through anything else.
What?
As we were only watching Abu Dhabi for the championship, unless you're Clint watching for Kick Sauber's P9.
In which case, yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
they didn't lock in for that last one.
Unfortunate. So we go on to the race now. At the start, Verstappen converted pole, was never in doubt the entire time.
Yeah.
And Piastri just took Lando off the start, and Lando didn't really give much of a fight.
No, it almost looked like, not planned, but no one was surprised.
Knowing full well, this isn't my race. My race is with whoever's in fourth trying to get into third. And that ended up being Charles Leclerc the entire time. Just made Lando's life a living hell. And Yuki did his absolute best.
Did he? We'll get to that later. That was so goofy.
To try and mess everything up. And he got himself a penalty for it. And then after that, pretty much nothing happened. And Lando cruised home in third to take the championship. The podium did finish, however, Verstappen, Piastri, Norris. But Norris ended up being the driver's champion due to the results. and points by 2 points. So
Yeah. So
Kimi-
Monza did matter, everybody.
Kimmy's little wobble did matter in the grand scheme of things.
Everything matters.
Which he
in the
did.
grand-
I feel like everything matters, but
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't want that to happen. That was his whole
Yeah.
like.
But
whole-
there's so many moments you can go back to and be like, oh, those like the Monza swap gained him 3 points, obviously, but also like I don't know. Anyway, yes, there's lots of analyzing and overanalyzing you could do, but also like Max ramming into the side of George in wherever when he just like lost control.
Yeah, there's a
There's
a
so
bunch
many
of if,
moments.
buts, and maybe.
Exactly, that's why everyone the big meme where it's like formula if, and but like you can do that.
Movements.
You could do that for literally any sport all the time. So everyone needs to like shut up with all the, oh my God, this is what it came down to. That's what it came down to. Like you could do one of those every weekend.
Yeah, that is
Like
very.
you know the famous Max quote. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, so I feel like with that we should move on to our top moments.
Okay.
Give a few seconds for the slide
It's
to come
not
in.
coming, it's
if
not
it
happening.
comes in post production. Okay, so what was your first moment?
Okay, I have which one should I go for number one? My first one's gonna be the Liam and Isaac content for the last time from VCarb and how they were just posting that like that was the championship. Like they did not care about any results that weekend. The only thing they were posting about was it being Isaac's last race and the duo that we are going to be lacking next season.
I had Benson Boone.
That's actually real. I kind of forgot about all of that.
I was writing these a second ago, and
Yeah, he was. He delayed the start
I
of the
did.
stream, by
I
the way,
did.
so
I
he could.
did.
Yeah.
But I just had Benson Boone because of how funny it was, and also the fact that he had an F1 hat on and not like a team
Yeah.
hat, not anything. Just a fan of the game at this
But
point.
yeah, not even like he was with Red Bull all weekend.
Yeah.
They couldn't give him a hat.
They
Like,
couldn't give him a Verstappen hat or something after he proclaimed
Proclaimed
his
his
love for
love.
him. But that was my top moment.
okay, that was your top.
That was my
moment?
top moment.
Okay,
We
mine,
can-
I usually go the opposite. I go 3, 2, 1.
No, but I made sure that was my
That is your
start with the
undisputed
best
one.
first. Yeah.
Okay. My next one is Pierre being the only one who appeared to be trading helmets. Like I saw so much like, oh my God, I can't wait for all the helmet trades. I love the helmet trades. And the only person I saw trade helmets was Pierre. And he did Yuki and Oscar. And I have in here, I didn't even know him and Oscar knew each other's names before this weekend. Like
They game
that came
together,
out of nowhere.
apparently.
Apparently, I saw the captions, but like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my second
That
moment.
was quite fun.
It was funny.
For them.
But everyone was hyping up the helmet trades so much. And then Pierre was like the only one who did them.
Yeah. Shout out Pierre.
Yeah. No.
I had Lando's mum hugging Oscar at the end.
Cute.
I thought that was really wholesome.
Big land Oscar
he-
staying over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oscar looked like he needed it desperately.
Yeah.
He
Well, he did a big
was
group hug
gutted.
with his family.
He did. I saw that one as well. That one was quite good.
was
But like,
cute.
I just thought it was a nice touch. Lando's mum
Yeah.
hugging
Well,
him
she's
as
like
well.
probably the nicest person ever from what I can see. Like,
Yeah. I just thought it was nice because Oscar, like, the second like Lando got back in there after doing his burnouts and almost hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Um,
After being explicitly told not to.
yeah. He's getting fined for that. So crazy.
They like explicitly were like, no burnouts, no donuts. He goes, yeah, sure.
Sure, buddy. But yeah, Oscar just looked devastated. Like he knew he was in with a.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think it was a
the-
surprise.
yeah,
It was just
the worst part of it, I think, for him was like the fact there was a little bit of hope left, knowing. So if one scenario goes his way,
Well, like-
it's his. Like, and yeah, I just felt bad for Oscar seeing
Yeah.
his face gutted. He was incredible all season, other than the few weeks where it all fell off for him.
yeah.
And then, yeah. So that's what I had.
It's unfortunate too that he couldn't even. I think he was more disappointed that he didn't win and didn't finish second in the.
Yeah.
Because not that it does, but it probably to him feels like it discredits his
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I couldn't even finish second with the best car, like whatever. Because it was just a 2-horse race, like we've said many times the whole season, and then suddenly you're third, and yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours?
My third one, well, now this feels mean, was Lando winning the championship. In brackets, obviously, like, I don't know. If you're looking at the weekend, obviously that's the highlight. Whether you're a Lando fan or not, the World Championship is the highlight of the weekend. But I also have honorable mention of him bringing up Oscar in every single interview, like every single interview, which is so funny. And then also an honorable mention, we were watching this live, how long he left his helmet on. We were like,
Yeah.
take off your helmet and go hug your family. But he like,
hugging them with their helmet on.
well, and like, because he had to weigh in, he kept
Yeah.
it on for so long. But I was like, he probably lost 10 pounds in the time he spent running around. Like, It was really funny. That's all.
I had Zach Brown's radio message.
Man, everyone being like, he probably practiced that in the mirror.
This is the world champion hotline. I'm imagining it. Like, I don't know if he had different ones, say, if Oscar won the championship, or if he had the same one planned for both.
He definitely only had the one. It's just really funny because it's just something about his voice. Like, if it was anyone else saying that, it might have been tough. But it's just like his voice sounds like a Muppet, and like it just didn't.
It's him being like American as well.
Yeah, it's I get jump scared because like all you're doing all the time watching F1 is listening to different accents, and then suddenly he just comes in, Lando, and I'm like, no.
Zach from McLaren. It's like
This is Zach from McLaren.
it's just the world champion hotline. I'm like, oh man. It like throws me back to like the Jason Tatum, like we did it, like copying every catchphrase ever, and then he comes in and he's just like, with the worst post-race radio of all time. But
Did you see it in that one edit I sent you? It was like almost cool the way they edited it, but I was like, man.
If the editors on TikTok can edit that and make it seem cooler than it was,
talent, all the power to them.
You know, like fair. I would like every single one of those. Like.
Yeah. But tall challenge to be able to do that.
Very, very tall challenge.
I have like an honorable mention, but it's like still within the whole like Lando winning the championship thing. This is like, we said it would be kind of boring if there wasn't a championship on the line, but watching this purely from a I want Lando to win the championship perspective, it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Like it was never like, okay, he's sitting in P3, he's going to win it the whole time. It was like, they could mess this up.
Yeah.
And Charles is right behind them, and suddenly he's pitted into traffic and he has to overtake 40,000 people, and 2 of them are the most dangerous drivers on the grid. Like, it was never like, okay, this is wrapped up, all said and done. But it was nice to see McLaren get the strategy right for once.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We were on edge the whole time, and people have been complaining about this as the championship decider, but like from an at least like it wasn't said and done once the lights went out at the beginning. Like it delivered in that way. Like it was still things needed to happen. If it was you needed to win the race to win the championship, pole decides it basically, and he just ran off with it. But for what needed to happen, they made it interesting.
I think based off of like last year's where Piastri and Verstappen collided, people were expecting this to be like something's gonna happen.
But
and
like at that point,
everyone
they collided
got through safe on turn one.
and they collided because it was decided. Like you're never gonna see them go for that with this on the line. Like
too much pressure, too much stuff on the line. No one's making these dangerous moves unless you have nothing to lose.
Yuki.
Yeah.
Which we didn't talk about really in the recap. Do you want to save that for later? Or?
We can talk about it now before we go into everything else.
Okay.
Man, that was stressful. Hearing, I know what to do, leave it to me.
Jeez.
The scariest radio message I think I've ever seen in my life. And then he just proceeds to bottle it.
And then man. You know the memes where it's all like, beatable on this day. Like, that's really what it was, which is unfortunate.
The people going, like, Orlando should have got a penalty as well. Even with the penalty, he still finishes third. And if he didn't, like, and if it was a bigger penalty, they most likely just get Piastri to hold him up. I know they don't
it would have been more boring.
Yeah.
But
there would have been scenarios where, because Verstappen was so far ahead, Piastri couldn't catch him and was practically done for the entire race.
Yeah.
There was a scenario where McLaren go and swap him around or do something. So,
yeah.
To all the Max fans complaining, like, Lando should have got a penalty, blah, blah, blah.
It wouldn't have.
And also say the whole undeserved thing is very, very funny coming from Max fans.
It's also tired.
It coming from 2021 when they quite literally got gifted a championship on a silver platter in the most controversial decision of all time in the sport.
Yeah.
And then they go and, because their driver got beat in the final race, go, undeserved. Like, no. Just because he wasn't maybe driver of the year doesn't mean he didn't deserve to win the championship.
The discourse of anything being undeserved, like, it's been happening all season. Like, Lando won't deserve this championship, Oscar doesn't, whatever. Like, whoever wins deserves it. Like, whether they have the fastest car, which is the whole point of the sport, or they don't, they deserve it because they gained all of those points. Whether they gained them fairly or not, they finished in those positions and they got those points. Like, no matter who wins, it's deserved.
Yeah, you need to be in the position to get the championship.
Yeah.
Like, to get into the position, you deserve to be there in and
Yeah.
around it either way. Like,
What's also-
whether you win it or not just depends on random factors, but like, it doesn't discredit a championship.
No. It's also the fact that you would never say that about the constructors. Like, oh, well, they only won the constructors because they had the fastest car. Like, well, yeah, that's the whole point. Like, the whole point of the race or the sport is to drive
Yeah.
the fastest. Like,
It's
it's so stupid.
It's also a case of McLaren had 2 number 1 drivers with
Yeah.
them. It was just Verstappen.
yeah,
so-
they honestly made it harder on themselves.
Yeah,
to do it.
he had-
I mean, they knew that going in.
Yeah, he had no like he didn't have people taking points off of him in terms of Yuki or Lawson for the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It was whatever points Red Bull got. It was Verstappen, but if say McLaren had, let's say, I don't want to throw a driver under the bus, but like Jack Doohan. Sorry, Jack.
No,
If
after he got us all those
if he
views.
was the number 2,
Yeah.
he doesn't take nearly as many points off
No.
of Lando as Oscar did. Like Oscar was leading the championship
Yeah.
for majority of the season. That doesn't happen with a worse driver in that
No.
seat, and Lando probably picks up a lot more points
For sure.
in that time.
And
So
like even heading down to Abu Dhabi, Max had like 5 drivers helping him out there.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's all if buts maybes. The championship's done.
It's done.
We have a winner.
and who won deserved to win.
Yeah.
And if it was any of the other 2 drivers, they also would have deserved
Yeah.
to win.
Like
And that's the
Verstappen coming
bottom
back the
line.
entire way, you deserve that.
For sure.
Oscar leading the entire time, having a dip of form, but then reigniting
Yeah.
toward the end, you would have
Would have
deserved
deserved
it. Lando, who fought
Started
back several
more- yeah.
times, you deserve it as well. It's
Yeah.
all of them deserve it. It was just a case of who did well on the day.
Yep.
That's all it was. Like,
For sure.
wow, we got really worked up over
I was gonna say with our bias out of the way here.
yeah. Okay, now we can look ahead to a normal thing. Now you have some comments that you want to chat about.
Oh, do I?
You- I mean, you
we're
wrote
not
them
doing
down.
awards.
Oh yeah, we have awards. Whoops. So the Race Hangover Awards slideshow comes in, whoosh, like you imagine it. Unless it actually goes.
Nope, you're gonna have to visualize it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to visualize it. Katie's not doing it.
Okay, who was your driver of the day?
Verstappen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Look at that. We give Verstappen his flowers.
Yeah, he was unreal.
No, he
start
was.
to finish. It's
Yeah.
just a shame that you had to rely on Leclerc to win it.
Yeah. But as far as that race goes, there was never a doubt, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Comeback king.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, I was slightly biased here, but Lando specifically after he pitted and had the double overtake, he didn't really lose positions ever, so it's not quite a comeback. But we
But
don't
he
really have
needed
an
to get
overtake
past them.
award, and so
Yeah.
I give it to him for that because that was like,
Mm-hmm.
while being the most terrifying part of the race for us, also probably the most entertaining things that happened, and he executed it flawlessly. Although no one back there was probably like, "Oh, I'm gonna hold up Lando." Like Carlos let him by, but
Who was your what was your best radio? And I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I have something completely different.
okay, I have 2. They're both Red Bull actually. The first one is Max and his engineer acting like Charles was their second driver the whole time, being like, "Oh, how far behind is Charles? Is he holding him up? Whatever." Like, you don't know him. Like,
You don't know.
you have no idea what's happening. That was really funny to me. But then also, you mentioned it earlier, but you keep saying, "Don't worry, guys, I've got this," and then proceeding to not have any part of it.
I don't my one. I don't know if you saw it the entire time, but were you seeing what was happening with Lewis and his engineer the entire time?
No, I don't think so.
So at the start of the race, he's telling them like, "Hey, someone
maybe I did.
someone went off."
Oh,
in
I
front
did
of
see
me.
this, I did see
and
this.
then they're like, "Okay, confirm." And he goes, "You don't need to confirm this." He goes, "Confirm." He's like rage baiting him, and then they go like Lewis is this close to Bortoletto. Like you guys can't see it on the camera. We are like a table length away.
Oh yeah.
And then
imagine we're.
And then he's like, "You're racing Bortoletto ahead," and he goes, "I can see him." Like, stop! Yeah, I know who I'm racing. Stop telling me. And then at the end, like Lewis does this big old speech, this big message, and he's just like, "Thank you guys. It's been a hard year, but whatever." And then they just ignore him. And he goes, "The one time you guys don't respond to me," and he goes, "Sorry, we were talking, Lewis. Thank you for everything."
That's really funny. I saw, I think earlier today, the whole
Yeah.
like confirm thing, but I didn't see the rest. But that's really funny.
The entire
One final rage bait.
yeah.
from
on
Ferrari.
mine, I just had stop confirming, but like
Yeah.
the entire thing was really funny to me.
That's funny. I did see that, but I forgot about that. Okay. Invisible Man. Who was yours?
Isaac Hadjar.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot he was there.
He did things. He got overtaken.
Yeah, he didn't do it. To be fair, it could have been anyone not in the top 5.
Yeah.
Due to like if
If
the championship leaders weren't around you, the
They
camera
weren't
did
showing
not show you.
Yeah.
So it could have been quite literally anyone.
Yeah.
Next year when we have F1 TV, we'll make an honest decision. Try to look
Yeah.
at the drivers below due to Clint probably wanting it. But yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have an Audi cam next year. I have Esteban Ocon. I said this while we were watching
This is
live.
the points, no?
Well, I said this while we were watching
Yeah.
live. Is once Lando like was doing his cooldown lap, basically, I was like, Ocon finished in the points.
Look at your Clint's live texting us during the show, by
He's
the
our
way.
one viewer
And he
at
just
the
went,
moment.
"Don't diss Audi."
I didn't. I said we'd have a cam for them. Anyway, I said this when we were watching live, but he ended up P7 and I had no idea. We had no idea, obviously, because they weren't showing them, but it was just like we were watching and I looked down and I was like, don't know how he got there, but that was my invisible man. Oftentimes, the invisible man is someone who starts really low, has an incredible comeback, and I heard absolutely nothing about it. That's my invisible man criteria.
My who's your brake check champion?
Yuki.
It had to be.
Like, it
It couldn't have been anyone else.
Well, it could have. Well, there were other penalties, but like
It was
there
like
were
track
actually quite a
limits.
few other
Like,
penalties.
it was like nothing. It was like speeding in the pit lane. Like it was
I
nothing.
forgot why the Alex Albon
Yeah.
subplot was horrible this race.
Oh, speaking of track limits, when I mentioned that just a second ago, Lewis had another one as well in his radio thing. He got a track limits for the second time, and then Lewis, there's your second track limits. He goes, "Why didn't you tell me when I got a first one?" He was like, they were rage baiting.
They're like strike number 2. He's like, whoa.
when was strike one?
That's funny. Yeah. To mention the Alex Albon subplot, that was horrible. Poor guy.
he always has the worst
Yeah.
subplot of all time.
And we'll touch on this probably too in our like year recap, which is coming. But he had a fantastic start to the season, a horrible end to the season, and finished P8, only midfield or highest placed
Yeah.
midfield driver, which is good for him. And then after the race, he goes, "A race to forget, but a season to remember." And I was like, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
Albano, yeah.
He's amazing.
Another top 3 moment in Williams. Their special helmets were great, but also just like Carlos running with the sparkles thing was so funny. Everyone's like locked in on the championship, and he's like, "Pink sparkly helmet, I think."
Unicorn. I think I genuinely think next year it's on his helmet, like full time,
permanent.
like embedded into his helmet full time.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It would match
was
nicely
fun.
with it matches nicely with the colors.
Okay, now that we've done our Race Hangover awards, we can move on to these comments that
Yes.
that I prematurely introduced us to.
Yeah.
So you
As
can you can kick it off, and
Okay.
I'll do.
Well,
points.
we're just going to do a brief look ahead to next year because we will deep dive into a lot of the season preview stuff and a lot of stuff in the off season. But just as we recap the final race of the season and the season a little bit today, we're going to briefly look ahead to next year, starting with Clint's team. Kick Sauber is turning into Audi. Yay, Clint.
They are.
Any comments on that, Austin?
It's sad to see Sauber leave.
Yeah.
They've been around quite a while, and I think it's just fun. It's a nice little change of scenery.
Yeah.
The drivers stayed the same though, so
Yeah,
Bortolao
it's not
and
much of a change.
Nico the entire time. Man, they're something.
Clint says, "Don't make me tear up," as if he's been watching for longer than a race.
They're-
Clint, this is why you need to be here.
Yeah, they're they do their thing, and it's they do their thing. Oh yeah, I bet they do.
What do you? Yeah, they freaking drive race
Yeah, they
cars.
drive. I wasn't talking about them driving. I was talking about that little bromance they have going on.
Yeah, true.
But it's a fun pairing, and it'll just be in a different car.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see if they make any progress
Yeah, I
next
agree.
year with the new regulations. Testing's coming up. It'll be a fun little look.
Yep. I think next year's gonna be a fun year. Prematurely.
Yeah. We've got Mom.
We got Mom.
We'll get into that later. But,
Yes.
I see you've written there Cadillac as well.
Yes. I was about to. Yeah.
Have you seen all of Bottas's content he was doing with Mercedes as he was leaving?
A little bit. Well, because he always does the like
Yeah,
explainer videos, and he did. This is leaving a
Yeah.
Formula One team explained, and he's like, yeah, it was really good.
They got him in the Cadillac garage now. He's he's in.
They better have
fun
some
time.
awesome TikTok content for him planned at Cadillac.
Checo when people like
Oh my
the
God, I
Yuki
forgot about
thing.
that. I showed you that.
The Yuki thing where they were like, hey, maybe we're too harsh on Checo, and he goes, yeah, maybe you are.
He goes, perhaps. Yeah, because everyone was tweeting. They were like, oh, maybe like Checo was a good second driver. Maybe we were being too hard on him, blah, 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 blah. And then he just quote tweeted one and goes, perhaps.
He's so funny. I love
He
Checo.
is funny.
It'll
So
be
I'm
good to have him on
excited
the
for
grid.
that lineup. It's going to be the unction, but I'm excited
That
for
unction's
it.
going to be so funny, but
I feel like they're just going to be really mid.
they don't have a true number one driver.
No, they're
that's
going to
their
have
fault.
two number
But-
3 drivers.
There's 2 drivers with a lot of experience, a lot that can help with input on the cars
For
and
sure.
everything. And
It'll be like the Carlos Sainz effect times 2.
yeah, genuinely, they'll just be mid-table until they get probably like an exciting rookie in for one of the 2 who's underperforming, and
Or
it'll
who
be-
wants to retire at their old
either
age.
one. And I don't know, Cadillac will be a fun little thing.
Yeah.
Until I think for this year, until it gets serious. Unless it's just very fast from the rip, then it'll
Which
be
they-
really fun to see.
Yeah. I think there's so many unknowns for next year that I'm really excited.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like we could go into this and Aston Martin could be fastest, McLaren could be slowest.
Whoa.
Like at the start of the new regulations,
Yeah.
last regulations, McLaren were at the bottom, they ended it at the top. Red Bull were in and about the top the entire time.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun to see who gets it right at the start and who continues that, because there's no given. Like if people who gamble and bet and everything,
Yeah.
gambling on this is one of the biggest risks. You have no idea.
Yeah. You don't know what they're cooking up.
No.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Ferrari for passing their crash test for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, congrats on them.
Okay. Well, with that unknowns for next year, one thing is known for next year, and that is all of the driver lineups.
Mm-hmm.
Do we care to go over each of them quickly individually, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I got to search it up again just so I don't miss anyone.
Sure. Well, we'll go in constructors order, I guess. So we'll start off with McLaren here.
Yeah.
Same lineup. I just punched my mic. Same lineup, and I think, hopefully, again, they have a competitive car next year, and it'll be kind of the same thing. And Lando and Oscar have said they want to just keep battling each other for championships their whole career, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I think that's entertaining, and they clearly withstanded this. I think this one would have been the hardest to get through as a pairing, and because it's the first time they're both experiencing true fight for the championship, and they did it. And so I'm looking forward to hopefully having this pairing. I know you want one of them to switch, not soon, but relatively soon. And I think I would be just fine if they stayed together
I would be
forever.
fine either way, but I don't want to see their careers be defined by this non-rivalry almost.
Yeah, for sure.
It's-
But I
like-
think it's almost better if their careers are defined by just them trading championships for the rest of their careers and like.
But I think if the second half of the season told us anything, it's that this isn't sustainable.
No.
You cannot, for an entire season, if there is another car just as fast
Yeah.
as you cannot not
have-
prioritize a driver.
sure.
And those are 2 number 1 drivers. In hindsight, very good for you.
Yes.
But when you get down into it, one of them has to win, one of them has to lose, and that is not good at the end of the day when you have 2 people who should be winning championships.
And I think next year that'll almost get even worse with the new regulations because it could even the playing field a ton, and there could be a bunch of different drivers kind of up for the championship, but it could be a bunch of different number 1 drivers, and McLaren might not benefit from that.
That's why I want to see one of them
Yeah. Go be a number 1 driver.
go and get your number 1 driver somewhere else in a fast car. Like I don't want them. I of course don't want them to
No.
do the Danny Rick and leave to a slower car and then your career's done. I want to see them go keep competing, and whether that's they got to go and take that Ferrari seat from Piastri if they, or not from Leclerc if they end up being fast, or Max says I don't want to do this anymore, and then one of those 2 has to go in. It's
Clint says Piastri to Audi, I'm hearing. Which, nope, that's not quite what you're hearing. He said a fast car.
But yeah, I mean, Max has already stated if these regulations aren't fun,
He's not doing it. Yeah.
So Max at the end of next season could genuinely just say, I'm not doing this, and leave the grid.
Yep.
At the same time, he could also find these really fun and stay for another
7,
X amount of
yeah.
years. So that Red Bull seat will always be fast. There'll always be something there. They'll always somewhat get it right.
Yeah.
And I can just see probably Piastri at some point saying, hey, like, I need to go and prioritize myself at this point.
Yeah.
Because
He does
he's
have-
young. They're both young. They
And
have time to do this, but they shouldn't be doing this their entire career.
No. And after all, he has Mark Webber as his manager. So
True. But no.
Yeah.
That driver pairing, I
I like
love
it, and I like it for right now, especially.
I like how they're both mature enough to not let the title kind of damage their relationship enough, and if
Yep.
it did anything, it strengthened it.
I was going to say, as stated, they said, if anything, it brought them closer together. So that's
Yeah.
wholesome. Next up is Mercedes. They're, again, also going in with the same driver pairing for next year, which I am another big fan of this pairing. George is very consistent. Kimi is improving every race, even though it might not look like it sometimes. And he's, like we've said, they both probably got a championship in them. I would love to see Mercedes be fast next year. And I like the pairing.
This is a true 1 and 2 driver
Yeah.
pairing for right now. Kimi, of course, he's got potential to be something, but he needs that George Russell guidance for
Yeah.
a few more years. George, I believe, give him that car. Say if they suck him in the McLaren this year, he probably walks out world champion.
Yep.
He is top 3 driver in the grid, I believe, and he just hasn't been given a car to prove it yet. And I feel like when he does eventually get the opportunity, you won't let it slip. So next year, they get the car, easily see George Russell maybe winning that championship. And Kimi, it'll be fun, but he's just got to learn as much as he can
Yeah.
from this prestigious team and
he is. He
and
has
George
been.
the entire time. And he has been.
And I'm looking forward to seeing that again next year.
He's got one of the best race engineers as well, so
Yeah.
it's always good for
Oh my
him.
God, I love them together. Okay. Red Bull, they're obviously heading in with Max and Isaac next year. I'm looking forward to this too. Kind of the same thing here with Kimi and Isaac is he's going to be a true number 2 driver, but I think he can be one that is beneficial to Max. And so, again, that's something everyone needs to keep an eye out on next year is Red Bull's going to have a true second seat driver again, I think. I think Isaac will perform well in the Red Bull.
I wanna see a more fair car.
Yeah.
Because in the practice sessions, when Lindblad drove Max's car to when he drove Yuki's car,
Not equal.
more like a huge difference. So if we get an even-ish car, like Max's car will always be a little bit faster. That's non-negotiable. But if Hadjar gets it close to that, he could help Verstappen.
Give him a car to
Granted,
help Verstappen.
He would take a few points off of him here and there because Hadjar is a very good driver.
Yeah.
But Verstappen was still the obvious number 1 there.
Yeah, for sure. And as much as it would be boring to see another Max championship, I think a Max championship with Isaac's help would be very entertaining all season. Because despite what Twitter says, it's not embarrassing to need your second driver to help you out to win
Yeah.
the championship.
It's
It's actually a whole part of the sport.
Yeah.
So I think that would be entertaining. Moving on to Ferrari, they're running back the same lineup. If Lewis is
If that
still
car's
here.
very good, that's a dangerous pairing.
For sure. And it has been, like, before this season, there was so much hype around it. Like, that is 2 of the best drivers on the grid. If you give them a car, they will compete. And going back to this, too, like, just going through those top 4, if they all have competitive cars, these 4 pairings could make a very interesting constructors.
Yeah. If they get the car, Lewis finds his confidence back because it's stripped, like
It's gone.
that last car stripped him of everything.
Yeah.
He's in a place that we haven't seen him before, and not Italy. He is genuinely give him the car, and he's the best of them. And it'll be a good test for Leclerc as well, because if they both have this championship-winning car, Leclerc will need to beat someone of Lewis's caliber
Yeah.
to become world champion. Like Lando had to overcome Max because Max and Lewis are, given the cars, on the same level. Leclerc has to overcome that, and he has the talent to, but
For sure.
Lewis, I think, will give everything he has, as that will probably in his head be thinking, this is the last time, this is my last year, maybe. I've got to give it everything.
Yeah. going through these pairings, there's so many drivers that I want to see a championship out of one day. And I think for now, a lot of the days of like these great runs, like the 4 in a row from Max, I think are gone. Like looking at it next year, almost anyone, if given the car on those 4 teams, maybe besides Isaac right now, could win a championship. So again, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to next year because we've said this, but it could be even or it could be genuinely the most like this car comes out of left field and is 10 times better than everyone. But heading to Williams, also running back the same pairing that I also truly enjoy.
Everyone does.
Yeah. They're just such a likable team and they have a likable pairing, and I'm looking forward to next year because I think they'll just continue to improve. And obviously there's a big drop off between Ferrari in 4th and them in 5th, but I'd like to see them chip away at that in the constructors standings. And while I think it'll be tight between the top 4 again, they can be in that conversation.
Yeah, I think this car will be completely like designed under Volz's watch.
Yeah.
Like he came in a few years ago. This car has the potential to be very fast.
Yeah.
I see. They've got 2 drivers who I feel are capable at that level of doing something. Carlos Sainz, given a championship winning car, could very well do it.
Still the last
He's still last Ferrari podium.
race winner for Ferrari.
Race winner, actually, sorry.
Yeah.
Two very good drivers. If given the car, can perform. If they don't, they'll still probably outperform the car.
Like they did this year.
Yeah,
and
it'll be fun.
We've said, too, this car is designed for next year's regulations, and so I'm interested to see how that goes for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to VCARB, we have Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad. I think this will be...
I think Lawson's getting shown up here. I think Lindblad's driving circles around him.
Like, as far as generational talent goes, he is the better driver, and he has, like, he's younger and his career probably looks a lot brighter. But I think we saw a lot of things once Liam got comfortable with this car that he wasn't doing in the Rebel, and he wasn't even doing last year. Like, last year he was reserve driver. Anyway, I think he improved in this car and had a positive trending season, and I'm looking forward to seeing him hopefully in a full season in the VCARB next year and seeing how consistent he can get in there, because towards the end of the season, he was consistently like Q3 challenging, and I think that's refreshing, and I'm looking forward to these two kind of overperforming their car as well.
I think Lawson, I think we said this last week, has to enter that Pierre Gasly role of just mentoring these kids that Red Bull bring up, and 'cause Lawson can, given the chance, very good mid-table driver.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be just mentoring Lindblad until the time comes for him to maybe. I think they're eyeing him up to replace Max when Max decides I don't want to do this anymore. Hopefully it's down the line because the sport's better with Max in it.
And he wouldn't be ready to do that yet.
He's not ready. They would have to stick like probably Lawson back in there, and then there's a problem.
Yeah.
But
or Piastri or someone like that.
Yeah. I think it'll just be fun. No one truly watches the RBs unless there's drama going on or you're just a fan of Lawson.
I always like looking over there.
Their media team, congratulations.
Yeah, they've made them so likable.
You have done a very good job.
And actually, while we're on the topic of Liam Lawson,
his girlfriend.
It has been confirmed that his girlfriend made him get a perm. And early in the season, I said, what makes Liam Lawson likable? His friendship with Isaac Hadjour, his media presence with VCARB, and his curly hair. When he doesn't have that stupid reverse comb over, as his girlfriend called it, and when he has his perm and he looks likable, that is when he's at his best. And everyone say thank you to Hannah, his lovely girlfriend, who dressed him up for Halloween, as we mentioned. She's great. She's personally with the VCARB admin saving his PR and making him a more likable person.
Yeah, he didn't do the best of jobs going into the Red Bull seat.
No.
And then just some of the quotes that they pulled from him.
Whatever.
And then he proceeds to not do well. It didn't help him a lot.
No.
But
he's at a place now.
Yeah.
Where he's increasingly
I feel like
likable.
everyone's very likable in the RB until they get to the Red Bull.
I think with that pressure on you, I would be insufferable too.
Yeah, I can see at some point people turning on Hadjour. Like everyone loves Hadjour, but I can see at some point them turning on him due to him just being in the Red Bull.
Yeah, like if that second seat doesn't perform, people did the same with Yuki. Yuki's the most likable guy. People were like, he's not performing, he sucks, whatever. Like, the amount of eyes and criticism that's on you in the second Red Bull seat, like, it's not a meme for no reason. Like, join us, whatever. Like, there's been bunches of them who just, their confidence gets torn down, they become hateable, like, whatever.
Gasly's like the only one who's managed to save his career after that second Red Bull seat.
And even then, what's he doing? He's getting 3 points in the Alpine. Like,
just being able to get a drive. Like, it's...
Like, a finish is good for him. Like...
Yeah. That's not more for him on him. That's more
no, not on him at all. That's the car. But if you're saying that's his career saved after Red Bull, it's him getting a car that can finish a race sometimes.
To be fair, it's either Formula One or nothing. Like,
no, I know.
Oh well, there's obviously more motorsports, but they all want to be in F1.
Yeah, and like whatever, you DNF every other race, you're still living a great life.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, you're still rich and famous.
With that, we move on to Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Whatever, like same lineup.
Alonso, given the car can perform. Stroll,
obviously.
Who knows?
Stroll's there. If it's raining, he's pretty good.
If every race rains,
we could be looking at a Stroll championship.
10th F1 season.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And he still looks like Taylor Lautner. Wow. Okay. Next we go to Haas. A big fan of this lineup as well. I think they'll be promising in the year. They'll hopefully improve from P8 and constructors. I think they have the potential, and Ollie Behrman definitely has the potential and will probably be in a Ferrari soon. But next year with the Haas, I think I'm looking forward to an improvement season from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're in Haas, right?
I
like clocked out for a second, and then I just heard like Haas, and I was like, oh, like we're logged. I thought for some reason we were talking about Nui. Like it just didn't register to me. I like zoned out completely. Sorry. Okay. Ocon and Behrman.
Yep.
Behrman's just getting molded for that Ferrari.
That's what I just said. If you were listening.
Yeah. My bad. Ocon is just.
He improved a lot. Like, not improved, but like got more comfortable this season and kind of came back from what was a underconfident year from him. And so, good for him.
Don't see much in Ocon. I like him. He's not terrible, but
I like him in the role he's in. Like we were saying, like he's like Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. Like he's there to mentor Oliver Behrman at the moment, and he's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. Ocon, since getting that new haircut, has been much more likable, I think.
The hair changes everything. That's what I've been saying. Okay, moving on to Clint's team. Kick Sauber, 9th in the constructors. We already actually talked about them and Audi. Like, same lineup, likable. Hopefully they have a good car next year. Will be interesting. We already mentioned all this stuff, so we can just honestly.
Clint just goes be taking 9th.
Hey, it's not 10th. And it was pushing for 8th.
Yeah, we've yapped about this, but that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Hopefully the car's fast. Who knows?
Yep, and then moving on to Alpine.
I want to see more Hulkodiums.
Yeah, I do too. Everyone does. I want to see a Bortoletto, a Bordodium. Hopefully they have a good car. What did he say?
We're getting the best car is what he said.
We're getting the best car. I hope so, Clint. Okay, and then moving on to Alpine. Like, whatever, dude. It's probably going to be Paul Aaron by the middle of the season, but it is going to start Colapinto and Gasly.
I like Gasly a lot. I think he's a very good driver. He's just been stuck in a bad situation because he's had to leave Alpine. But
he's had to leave Alpine?
Not Alpine, Red Bull, sorry. And AlphaTauri.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of excitement going into Alpine, I can't lie.
No, not a lot to be looking forward to.
They don't have a confirmed team principal.
And 22 points is not good.
No.
And all of them were
Gasly.
So
he outdrove that car
for sure. Lot. It would be like, okay, what's he doing in Q3? Like, especially towards the end of the season, he was like provisional pole for 2 seconds. And I'm like, okay, sure.
I think Gasly at the end of the year takes a different drive if it comes available in terms of.
For sure. I think he's actively searching.
Say if that like one of the Cadillac seats comes open or anything, he takes it because he's a very good driver, just in a very, very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, and there's no reason for him to be loyal to Alpine.
No. Well, they saved him kind of, but it's
at what cost?
Yeah, at what cost? You've got to drive that.
Yeah, it's more of a punishment, really.
he's just got to hope that car was just 2025 was given up immediately, and that car has just been developing for an entire year. Because his teammates don't give him any help.
Nope.
And the car isn't fast either, so he's living a nightmare right now.
Yeah.
I don't think Colapinto makes the end of the season.
No, I think we'll see Paul Aaron, and I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be Paul Aaron, unless we get another curveball that Jack Doohan's back. Like,
Yeah.
No, that one's. I think the less said about Alpine, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that, we'll move on to just generally mentioning new regulations, no more DRS, lots up in the air for next year. Any comments? Mom? Kimmy was the last ever driver to press the DRS button.
He was. Lance Stroll was the last to gain an overtake with the DRS button.
Which, okay, most notable Lance Stroll mention.
He cemented himself in history. Like, no matter what, Lance Stroll is in history.
Okay.
Whether you liked him or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed DRS. It was fun. Mm-hmm. It'll be fine to see the new regulations. I think it's going to take a bit to get used to because the new detection point for Mom happens depending on the circuit.
Yeah.
So there's no real like set thing like DRS zones throughout the thing, which could make it more fun because the amount of times you've seen someone get really close to someone.
Yeah.
And then there's just not a DRS zone until the next half of the track, and they sat behind them the entire time. Can make it
eating
fun.
up all that dirty air, which is going to be decreased in the new regulations as well. So that's always exciting.
I mean, just going to miss in DRS. It's just become like you think of F1, you think DRS at the same time, and
well, especially if you're like a man asking a girl like, "Oh, what's DRS then?" So, R.I.P. to that. We won't miss it.
DRS. That tweet you put, your mom probably.
Probably your mom.
That was quite good. But the regs are just they're fine, but there's a lot of question marks, which, like Verstappen said, they can either be really fun or really not. Like, you don't know. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the regulations, I don't think. So it's
Clint texted, I was unironically going to ask what DRS was.
drag reduction system, Clint.
Yep. Do with that information what you will, Clint.
So the cars get smaller, though. So that should hopefully make Monaco better.
Yeah, true. That, and then if they implement George Russell's like water shooting system. Okay. We'll go deep dive into the new regs on a
later date.
Yeah. Because right now, our last piece of news, Austin has it for you.
LN1 is confirmed. He's taking the number one, so Verstappen has to find a new number because he said it's not going to be 33.
But Verstappen always had to find a new number.
True.
He couldn't just keep the one because Lando didn't want it.
Yeah. So either way, Verstappen had to find a new number.
I hope he picks 6-7. Everyone's joking that he's probably going to pick 6-9, and I think it'd be really funny if he picks 6-7. Like, imagine him, of all people. Like, I think that's so goofy.
Yeah. I think Verstappen would... I want to see what number he'd take, actually, but...
He might pick 3.
Because, like, 4 gets held for Lando. So it's not like he just goes,
swipes
oh,
it.
4. Like, no, 4 gets held until Lando loses the 1.
I can't believe he did it. I really, really thought he was going to
I didn't think he would either. I think the LN logo is going to change as well to company a 1.
Well, I think all they have to do is, like, tilt it a tiny bit, and it looks like a 1.
Because it's currently has a 4 in the middle. It's quite a nice design.
It's really nice. I thought he was going to keep that.
Yeah. But I think... Oh, I saw his reasoning on it. It's, like, so that all of his engineers and everything can wear it as well, like the 1, and, like, because he's like, I didn't design it, I got it for everyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, a nice little touch. And honestly, he's like, it's there to have, like...
Yeah, you might as well.
It's there to
and if he hates it, he doesn't have to do it next time.
Yeah, like, he can always just switch. He doesn't have to be refined to it the entire time. But it'll be weird to see him not with a 4 in that car for a bit.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun for him. He's earned it, and he'll be looking to retain that 1 for every year ever.
You know what else he earned? He posted on Instagram. He goes,
The Hangover.
The Hangover.
The Race Hangover.
Wow. Race Hangover mentioned on Lando's Instagram. All right. Well, we're basically out of time here.
Yeah.
What a good episode. We never go this close to the finish. This is crazy.
Yeah, lots of yap about.
Lots of yap about, and we have more to yap about. So we will be back with our final episode of the season next week, premiering on YouTube at 12 p.m. on December 16th. We will have a whole season recap, our awards with the Race Hangover Awards. We'll tally them all up, show you the standings for that, and also just some general awards that we don't usually mention, like Rookie of the Year, that kind of thing. Our best moments and a little bit more on the regulations. We'll also, during the winter break, dive more into a preview for next season. I have in my notes, too, that I'm going to lock in on editing that year-end episode, so expect big things. But as I think about that, we're recording that on Wednesday, posting it on Tuesday, so we'll see how much of a lock-in we'll get. But yeah, during the winter break, we'll have some irregular content, so you might as well subscribe to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, because it won't be irregularly scheduled every Tuesday. But it's also a good time to follow us on all of our socials, because we are in the middle of soft launching a rebrand here on the Race Hangover channels and all of Social Sport Media channels. So you might as well get in early and claim that you were here before we blew up. But that is all we have for today. We will see you next week on the playback on Tuesday with that year-end episode, and not live for a little bit.
Yeah.
But as always, thank you for joining us. Follow us on all of our socials at The Race Hangover. And that's it for this season, really.
Yep, that's it for the main races of the season. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us without Clint and just bearing with
Yeah.
the lacking visuals for this
Yeah,
episode.
It's been fun.
And audio listeners, love you to death. Thanks for listening to us.
You love doing that.
We always forget about our Spotify people.
True. Thank you for watching. It's been a good season, been a fun season. Katie's first season and she gets a world champion. Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro. And yeah, please stick with us throughout the winter break, as we do have things planned for you guys. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And fun for all of us, as Katie will have to do less editing and everything.
Yeah, Austin said he's going to do stuff in the new
pick it
year,
up.
so hold him accountable by following.
Pick up the slack, yeah. Clint just put my first full season getting a world championship next year, praying emoji.
All right, with that, thank you and bye-bye.
Bye.
Austin's got to take us off the screen here.